master reproductive endocrinology. He even is a coach, therapist, and hypnotherapy. And now, recently in 2018, refocused his interest into cosmetic gynecology. I'd like to present Dr. Krishna Ben Abbas Karji talking about HIFU and gynecology, the Moroccan experience.
Thank you very much for your invitation. I'm honored to present Morocco and my society. Okay, my society on a device that I use from since 3 years ago, and it's not very well known, but quite efficient. So I'm going to explain to you. What is HIFU is an acronym for high intensity focused ultrasound. It's a quite recent technique in aesthetic medicine. It's a very easy procedure, office-based, with aim to heat and or destroy targeted tissues. The energy used in the HIFU is very low compared to the oncology or when you can destroy really tumors. So in the beginning, in the 80s, in the 90s, we needed imaging to guide HIFU because to treat inner organs, because when you don't see what you treat, you can have a serious lesion, burning the intestine or something. So the indications are very large. In oncology, you can destroy inner organs, tumors, in kidney, prostate, liver, bone. Neurology, there are some new indications to destroy some specific targeted tissue in the brain, which is damaged. Precancerous, cancerous lesion of the skin, benign tumors, fibroids, and breast fibroadenoma. And recently, in the 20 years ago, we began using this in the aesthetic medicine, beginning from the face and after the body and after in the vaginal wall. So we can use it now for functional gynecology, vaginal relaxation syndrome, gynecologic syndrome, menopause, stress incontinence, urinary, and prolapse. History. So it was first discovered in the beginning of the 90s, and we only had the probes to use that machine beginning in the 90s with the first report of MRI imaging to direct HIFU to treatment of tumor, prostate tumor and fibroids. And since the 2029, we had the first device to treat the face, and it was FDA approved. It was the ultra blue looks we can use to tighten the face. And in the 2016, there were vaginal probes, so we can use it in cosmetic and functional gynecology. What is HIFU? In imaging, ecography, ultrasound are sent in a parallel way. So they don't, they are relevant, but they don't collide between us. This is the basic of ultrasound imaging. In HIFU, there's a collision between ultrasound, so it makes a higher energy focused on a single and targeted point. And that energy delivered to that targeted tissue will hit and or destroy the tissue. And that is the effect of every, I would say, every evidence-based devices. Laser works that way, radio frequency works that way. It hits the tissue and you have an effect. The average effect of the HIFU is about 65 degrees, more than radio frequency but less than laser. So when you deliver that energy, that focused, you can choose the depth of the energy, the point. You have probes of 1.5 millimeters, you have probes of 24, even till 16 millimeters. So you can go 16 millimeter depth the skin, so you can read the SNAS, the submuscular tissue. And this thermocoagulation point in medium to deep dermis will cause some microlation of heat, cavitation, apoptosis, and necrosis without damaging the adjacent and upper tissues. You can focus your point. And this heat or restriction, meaning what the energy you use, will provoke immediate contraction of collagen fibers, and after, within 48 hours, you will have fiber restimulation and regeneration of the tissue with new angiogenosis and with new collagenosis and elastic fiber. And that will make you the effect in a long time, I mean not immediate effect, but in 3-4 weeks you have a tightening effect. Okay, you also have with the new angiogenosis, you will have a tissue regeneration, a moisturing, and you can treat also the trophicity of the tissue. Okay, you have many devices, and I will tell you when I had to prepare my presentation, I looked at the PubMed. I found no article on vaginal HIFU, and I asked ChatGPT to look for what is on, and ChatGPT gave me references, and you have measures of you have only 6 or 7 manufacturers, worldwide manufacturers. You have many manufacturers, you have several brands, but it seems that you always have the same props. So for me, it's the same machine. What is different is the props, which is the depth of the props and the depth of your targeted tissue. So you can use it in different indication, aesthetics of face, body, and vagina. You see, this is my device, the electrode. I see this in India, in Korea. We always have the same probe. So that's why for me it's the same machine, I would say, the same function. Effect on face and neck. Why do I talk about that? Because in cosmetic gynecology, and I love the word of the function of gynecology, the mouth mucosa is like the vaginal mucosa. So everything begins on the face and the mouth, and after it's applied to gynecology, cosmetic gynecology. And so, beginning from 2009, there were the face use of the HIFU for the face and neck to tighten the muscles. HIFU is the only evidence energy-based device that leaves the SMAS and the platysma muscle to tighten the face. You use in 1.5 millimeter probe. You have a lot of literature on that, so now HIFU is very widely used in the face. You have a lot of literature on that. On the body and the skin, of course, after the face, you can use it to rejuvenate the skin, to lipolysis, to improve the skin tightening, and also for the skin pigmentation. So you have a lot of probes from 4, 8 till 60 millimeters, and the beginning of action for the lipolysis, you can have targeted you target the adipocyte to see to make lipolysis and to touch the collagen, so to tighten the tissue. You have a lot of articles about it. Yeah, you can tighten the bladder, you can tighten the abdomen, the thighs. There's a lot of indication, and it's widely used. Coming to the vaginal root. The vaginal root, so the effect, you see the difference between the HIFU and the others, radiofrequency laser, that is go deeper till the SMAS. So you touch the muscular area. generally, we use 4.5 and 3 millimeters probes, so you get on that depth. The indications, so you can use it to improving sexuality because of the tightening, so you improve vulva and vaginal tone elasticity, and also moisturizing, so you can also lubricate your vagina. You treat the vaginal relaxation syndrome. You can treat SY, mild and moderate SY, because you tighten the pelvic floor. Also for the urinary prolapse, organ prolapse, I have a case. And you also can treat it for the genital syndrome of the organs. The application is an office-based. It's very easy. It durates about 20 to 30 minutes. Of course, you have to avoid infection and menstrual period. You always begin by the deepest probe, because if you heat in the 3 millimeters, it can disturb the heating after the 4.5. So you always begin by 4.5, then to 2 millimeters. The energy used is about 0.2 to 1.5 joules. And we just talked about that, about the energy, because the energy we make it, is it intense focused ultrasound, micro-focused ultrasound, or high-intensity focused ultrasound. The results are not immediate. It's about 2 to 4 weeks to have the maximum satisfaction, and you have about 90% satisfaction. And you repeat once a week for 2 sessions, and after once a week. Due to time, I'm not going to make the videos. This is the probes. And you can also use it for the body, you see. Well, the vaginal indication, and I'm very honored to have here Mr. ELIAS, who had written a paper on COVID-19. So with 30 persons, he had 20 to 90% satisfaction. Mr. KUZLIK also talked about micro-focused ultrasound, because in the HIFU used to destroy the fibroids, the tumor, you use a lot of joule, a lot of energy. And of course now it heats, it destroys, because it's above 65 degrees. But as KUZLIK said it, you can use a lower energy, about 1.5, 1.1, or 1.2 joule centimeter. So you can lower, this is a lower energy. And in my personal case, I adjust the energy based to the satisfaction of the patient. During the procedure, also, is it burning, how do you feel? And if it feels such disagreements, too much burning or something, I lower the energy. And Kershava in 2023 had a review of the literature. Everybody, every paper, even there's not too much paper that are saying about the efficacy, and there's no complication of the body. You also have other papers, brochures, concluding the conventional applicability of HIFU, then may be replicated in vulvar purification. You also have a lot of papers in Asia of Suzuki, of Sekiguchi, also of Sekiguchi, talking about postpartum rehabilitation, and also stress urinary incontinence, but also anal incontinence, with series of 50 till 100 patients treated successfully for anal incontinence. The mobility is very low, none or minimal for the vaginal. You have a heat sensation, a heat burning, chilling, and you can treat it just by lowering the energy down. For the face and the body, they are non-terminal. You can have edema, you can have mild swelling, little hematomas. So there's no major side effects with and the minor, when it happens, it disappears in less than a week. Contraindication, of course, general CN and gynecology conditions, breathing disorders, cancer, any coagulation disorder, epilepsy or facial paralysis, and maybe for autoimmune and gynecological disease, maybe we can, because we have no feedback. Always afraid. My personal experience has 67 cases on 2 years for several indications: vaginal tightening, SUI, POP, general syndrome of menopause, and I propose this also to the patient that delivers in my house after for postpartum hair rehabilitation. And I have quite a good satisfactory outcome. My next patient, recently, there was a rectal prolapse, type 3, and of course, it's not an indication, first indication for HIFUs, I agree. But this patient has refused surgery. And so I proposed her the HIFU, and just after one session, I have a good result, immediately after she had a good result because of the contraction, and after 2 sessions, it began a grade 2 prolapse. So it makes you can use it in that. So the others, there's no papers comparing HIFU, radio frequency, and laser. I would say maybe the HIFU is the deepest, the energy that goes the deepest. So maybe it will be better, but we need studies to compare with them. Other gynecologic indication, I would not say, but you can destroy tumors, fibroids. Emerging indication, placenta, Cesar scar, non-invasive fetal therapy. There are papers that goes on this. So, conclusion, key benefits of HIFU vaginal lubrication. It's not invasive. It's tissue tightening. You also improve in the lubrication, so it's good for genital syndrome of menopause, for all the hypoestrogenic condition. It can treat as moderate and mild SUI and prolapse. You have a minimum downtime. You have she can have intercourses 2 to 3 days just after. You have no scar, you have no surgery. And it's a quite painless procedure, generally well tolerated, and with a patient reporting minimal discomfort. But of course, we need more studies to become a gold standard. Thank you very much.
Thank you.